Action.
Action. Come on, hurry up, tell me when to come.
I just said action.
Are those the TGC people? Where do I start?
Right.
Okay. Okay, wait, guys. Guys, testimony is giving them particularly hard. Let's go. Go inside. Tell me when I'm ready. Tell me when you're ready so that we can start. Because of this good. Hey guys, I'm dropping down the stairs.
2,000 years later.
Let him turn it in your favor.
Okay, so like when I joined TGC in 2021, I was actually okay. I liked it, and I was actually happy about it. But the main reason wasn't because I wanted to like worship and like praise God and all that, like listen to the word. I joined it because I wanted to impress someone. I won't mention that person. Guys, I suck at this. Okay, you're going to edit that. Yeah, so like I joined it because I wanted to be seen a certain person. I wanted to be seen this person like more often and do that. But like after I got to like start interacting with everybody and started receiving the word of God, I began to change, and like I started realizing there is more to life than what I was actually coming to TGC. So yeah, that was 2021. And then when we crossed over to 2022, I used to come for services quite alright. And when I used to come for services, I wasn't really like involved. I used to feel left out. I used to feel like the mission just has specific people it likes, like I would see Bill, Kahoni, David, Karen, like the way those guys used to interact. I used to feel left out. I used to think maybe they just have a certain group of how they interact. So I used to feel really left out, and that was really it was really encouraging me to leave the mission. So I went to what's this? I went to my friend's house. There's a time I went to my friend's house while I was still in TGC. Yeah, while I was still in TGC, I went to my friend's house, and when I went outside, there were girls and all that. There were, it wasn't really a party. Like I just went to visit him and that, and then there were girls and sorts of stuff. I knew I wasn't supposed to, like my spirit was telling me not to be there, but I was so ignorant and I just wanted to be there. And every time when I'm about to do something wrong, I'll just tell myself to say, no, like don't worry about what will happen, because they don't really consider you a TGC. It doesn't really matter. You just go there just to show up. And again, I also used to want to go there to just prove to them that I can't stop coming. That was another reason. But then, yeah. So as after I was at my friend's house, we were doing some really evil things. I would call them some really not good things. So like we were drinking and smoking and we're doing all sorts of stuff. Like we would get high. And that, despite me being in the mission, I was still in TGC back then. And I used to come for service like any other person. I would come every Saturday, receive the word. Sometimes I wouldn't really like even be so attentive to it because, you know, like the thought of not being considered, that was really for me, it was really hindering. I used to think maybe I don't fit in this place. I was trying to find a way on how to escape TGC, but I didn't really like have a way because every time I want to leave, Dad Samanji rather would talk about, like, you know, he would say something, he would say some things, and those things would like make me want to stay. But again, I would still want to leave. But then they would, okay, it was just really something that I was debating about whether I should leave or not. Yeah, so Karen, I live with Karen, and I never used to mention all this to Karen because she used to interact with this guy. So I used to feel when I talked to her, maybe Azani Onelamo or something like that. So like there was one day, I came to sleep here in campus at Unza. I came to sleep at Unza. So like we were preparing everything and we were like gathering everything for, you know, like, yeah, we were preparing for the service in advance, Saturday service. That was on a Friday. So like as we were preparing, you know, these guys, they got each other, and then they were like, you know, like just enjoying themselves, and like, you know, like they were just interacting very well. And I was looking at them, I was like, you know, I'm trying to go in, and I would just like go in there just for some seconds, and then I would be shadowed again. Like they would just forget that I existed, everything. So I was like, maybe I thought to myself, maybe these are not the only people I can really interact with. But I tried. You know, there are serious people in the mission. Like there are people who are just focused on prayer, people who are, and you know, you're supposed to like, if you want to be like them, how I used to think about it, I was like, if you want to like interact with them, you have to be like them. And for me, I really had a problem with prayer. I used to feel like prayer is something that was really hard for me. Yeah, so after I saw all of that was happening, those guys, and they were feeling nice, busy, like, you know, shouting and doing all that stuff. So I just decided to walk out. I walked out. I was going to see an old friend of mine. I used to learn with her. So like I walked out. As I was going to see her, there was a girl. There was a girl. As I was passing, they were on top, actually. They were, you know, like what they like doing in Unza, calling names, hey, handsome, what? So like, as I was walking, she shouted, hey, no. I ignored, but I continued walking, and she continued shouting, and I was like, what's popping? And I stopped. When I stopped, this girl came to talk to me. She's like, my friend likes you, and all that. She came to like talk to me, and tell me, like, you know, those basics. So I was like, which friend would use? First, I wasn't really interested. The first thing that came in my mind was like, I'm not supposed to be doing this. But then I was like, no, it doesn't really matter. So after the same girl came, she came, and then like I saw, I was like, this girl is really pretty. You know, like what they say, I wasn't really looking at the beauty from my heart. I was looking through my eyes, which is just lustful. So like I really lusted with this girl, like, oh, this girl is really pretty and had all those sorts of thoughts. And I was like, and she likes me. So that's how she came, and that's how I greet her. I talked to her just there. We said hi, you know that, and we exchanged numbers, and that's how I went. I was like, wow, that girl, me with that girl. Okay, I don't really think this is really happening. I've been lied. She asked me, I told her, no, I'm here, I'm doing this course, and what. And her, the good thing is that she's not at Unza. She's at a certain school. I won't mention the name, but she's at a certain school which is very far from here. So like I was like, oh, she's like, oh, okay, and we exchanged numbers and do that. And I was just big-headed. I was just thinking about how I was going to text her, how I was going to talk to her. No, I felt alive. I felt really good. Like I really felt good. So like that's how I went back. That's like, hello, when I came inside, I was really dancing. Like I didn't care whether these guys see me or what. And like all of a sudden, after all that, they even like actually joined me. I was dancing and I was singing. I love dancing very much. So like they joined me, and while we were preparing everything, I was dancing and everyone joined me and all that. I really felt good. I was really happy. I wanted to tell Karen about it, but I was like, let me not tell her. So like after that same day, we did everything. We packed and we prepared everything. So like the following day service was there. I wasn't really paying attention to what dad was saying. I was just busy thinking about. I was actually texting the girl while in service. I was like, no, right now, not even telling her no I'm in service. I was just lying to her, just telling her no right now. I'm just doing something. I'm really busy, and everything like that. So like after service, I went home and I called her. That's how I started talking to her. It was really funny, the conversation. We were talking, we just met like I did the following day, and she like started telling me she likes me and all that. Like she was like she likes the affection and everything. So I was like, okay, that's really good. I think I really have a shot in this. I was really feeling to believe because I was like, this girl, okay. So like that's how someday on Thursday, she was like, I'll be in Unza. I like, don't even waste time. I'm coming. That's what I did. So like I just reached, and when I reached, I called her like, I've reached in Unza, I'm here and there. Then I took my bag at my brother's room. I took it at his room. So like when I took it at his room, she came, she was like, let me just come that same side and everything. I was like, okay, cool. Then I took my bag and I took my bag. I found my brother, we talked, and then the girl came. And then my brother also was like, bro, is this your girlfriend? Okay, she wasn't my girlfriend by then, but he was like, wow, is this your girlfriend? I was like, don't worry, still in process. So after she came, I told the guys to excuse us, and when they excused us, we did sinful things and everything like that. We actually fornicated and did everything. So after that, I really felt like, okay, I don't think I am able to continue coming for TGC. I was actually telling myself I don't think I can continue, because if I continue coming for TGC, I know it will actually be encouraging me not to date, and then me, I really want to do this. Like I just wanted to stop, but I was trying to find a way on how to stop. So like I went in Chileombe. I went to apply for some stuff. So like, when I went in Chileombe, I wasn't attending TGC, and for me, I was like, okay, since I'm here, I will be attending TGC, and which is going to be a very good thing, because I want, like, it will be easy for me to stop. So as I was just saying, I didn't have a phone by then. I didn't have a phone, but when I went that side, I was given a phone. But I would lie when they call me. What's up? I remember Sila once called me. She's like, "You're too quiet. What's going on?" I was like, now I don't have a phone, but I did have a phone. I was like, I don't have a phone. I'm suffering and everything like that. And sometimes when they call Kylie, they mostly used to call for morning prayer. I'll just ignore the calls, or when just anybody else calls me. I remember this time Kahoni called, I ignored her call. I remember David called, I ignored his call. So like they would call me to just like check up. But when Karen calls, I would definitely answer, because Karen singamunami. So like Karen when she calls, we'll just talk, but she would tell me people miss you this side. I'll just, when she's talking, sometimes I'll be like, which people? You guys will just get yourselves, and then you say people miss me. What's happening? So like when we would talk with Karen, and then there was one time Dad called. He called and we talked. He told me, how is it? How is everything? That's why we talked very much, and it was a good conversation with my man of God. We talked. And then after that conversation, I was like, okay, despite how everyone acts, Dad really cares. I think I can just do it for the sake of him. But then again, I was like, but if I have to do it for the sake of him, which means I still have to stop doing all this, and I still want to be drinking, I still want to fornicate, I still want to do everything on the road, and he doesn't want the people from his commission to do that, his followers to do that. So I was like, it's going to be really hard for me. Then I kind of gave myself a break on TGC. I stopped watching the live and everything. I only used to talk to this girl, and we used to talk very much. Okay, we used to talk very much. So like she was telling me I should come back. I miss you and everything. So like I made up my mind. I was like, I'm going to stop coming for TGC. Like I was just saying, I'll stop coming for TGC. So like even when I was in Chile, we would go for clubbings, would party, would drink, would do a lot of things. But then I was still a son of the house, but I still used to do all these things. So from there on, now I was supposed to come back. And I didn't want to tell anyone that I was going to come back. I just wanted to be a surprise. So like after I came back, I remember I even dyed my hair. It was good. I even dyed it. It was some experience, because yeah, after all that, I started preparing myself to come back to Lusaka. And then as I was preparing myself, I was like, am I going to continue going for TGC? Like I was still debating with myself because I really wanted to stop, but still something was just like, yeah. So after that, I prepared myself and everything, and that's how I started coming back to TGC. I mean to Lusaka. I remember I called Karen. I told her that I'll be coming. Don't worry, you miss me too much. I'll be coming. Everything. I'm like, no, you should come back first. We miss you here. Everything like that. So that's how I came back. And the first thing that I did when I just arrived in Osaka was go. She became my girlfriend. It was go my girlfriend, and I told her, babe, I'm in Osaka. This and that, Kylie, where I was passing, like Dekwe Uncle alive. So like from there, we didn't really meet. She just told me, I know I won't manage due to these things and all that. I was like, okay, it's cool. So that's how I came back to Lusaka. And when I came, yeah, first Saturday, I knew that I was just supposed to come because Karen has seen that Karen knows that I'm back. So I'm just like supposed to go for service. So first day I went for service. I remember everyone was so welcoming, and I was like, this is the way they just after they just will come in like this, they'll start doing their own thing. So like I raised, everyone was like, Jay, we miss you, and they were surprised. What? Then you look, and like I dyed my hair, everyone was just surprised, and Dad was like, Dad said he said this. He was like, this boy. When he leaves, he gets mad, and when he comes back, he becomes normal. So after I heard that, I laughed about it, and then but I was meditating about it. I was like, what if it's true? What if it's true? And after that same day after I said that, I even bought black dye to re-dye my hair because I was like, no, I know Dad wouldn't really tell me that no, don't do this, but he knows the way as his children. Fungachi was gonna say it's not right. So that's why I was like, okay, I don't think Dad likes this. And that's why I dyed my hair back to black. Yeah, and then I was like, okay, I've dyed my hair, but it doesn't really mean I would still come for this. You see, like there was some part of me which was so obedient, but there was this big part of me which was very arrogant. So like I would go see my girlfriend, I would link ups and everything like that. I remember there was even a partnership. I had money for partnership. I did have money, but I didn't contribute because I wanted to take my girlfriend out. So like I used to think, I was like, nina drama nyambopeka partnership nina gero where I think my needs and everything like that. So like, no, I can't put this money for partnership because when I came back from Chilamba, I had a lot of money. But I didn't put for partnership. I was like, no. That's how I took my girlfriend out. We had fun and everything like that. And I started missing service. They call me, they ask me, I just lie, this and that. They call me, they ask me, I just lie, this and that. And then there's one time, this day actually, I wanted to miss service. I was even sitting home, I was like, should I go for no, I can't go for service. They will start forgetting. I wanted to be missing just bit by bit, and then they'll like start forgetting about me, say, okay, we've lost him just like that. But for some reason, these guys TGC, these guys didn't want to let go. They were like, no, this boy is ours. So like I wanted to miss service. I remember that day I was just home, I was sitting, I must when coming for service, I wake up at 5 to prepare everything. But that day I was just sleeping, it was 7, and then Karen called me, James, are you going to come? I told Karen, no, I want to come. She asked Karen, I don't tell her like, no, I can't come, because if I just say I'm not coming to have explained everything, she won't ask me why. I'll just say I'm not coming, and then she will hear that I'm not coming. So like I just told Karen I won't come. So Karen was just like, okay, and I continued watching whatever I was watching. Actually, that same day I was actually watching some really bad things on my phone. I was actually watching some really bad things when Karen called me. And then after Karen called, like I was like, I even continued. And then David called. She was like, David called. She was like, bro, where are you? I was like, I'm home. No, you can't be missing service. I was like, no, it's just that I'm caught up and I'm already late. No, that's not the problem. And then I lied. I tried to say I don't have transport money, and she was like, no, you can't miss service just because you don't have transport money. I was like, this boy, what's wrong with him? I did have the money, but I just didn't want to come. Yeah, you can't be missing service because of transport money. What? I was like, what's wrong with this guy? And I was like, anyway, let me just go. And then I went. I went for service the same day. I even got like a smart shirt. I wanted to wear smart. I was like, I was like, no, I can't wear this. Let me just dress up like this. Like I really wanted to just paint a picture to them to say, I don't want to continue coming here. I remember because I was really going through a lot. Like I was being used by a lot of things, guys. I was battling addictions. I wasn't battling them. I was freely enjoying them. That's the way it was. So that's how I came for service. I remember it was the ministry and concept of sin, if I'm not mistaken, the one Dad was actually preaching. And the way Dad was preaching that, it was like he was talking to me. So Dad was actually preaching, and I was listening to that sermon. I was very attentive for some reason. Most of the times I never even used to pay attention. But that day I was just listening to the sermon, and he talked about a lot of things. When I was there, I started shedding tears. I was like, okay, but I don't even know if I should listen to this. I was still debating about it, and then that's how I was just like, I was just really attentive to the word. He actually talked about a lot of things, even the same addictions that I had. He talked about them. He talked about a lot of things. So like when he was talking about those same things, and I looked at myself, I was like, these are the things that I actually enjoy. I actually put my mind to say, I don't think I can stop this. Ningazi church, but I don't think ningalek. But Samanji really made it, like he really broke it down to say, no, you're not supposed to put your mind like that, because change is easy. It's just your mindset and how you take it. If you walk in the Lord, everything is possible. Holiness is possible. He mentioned all that. And then I was like, can I give this a shot? I was like, let me just, like, actually, if you see a baby. Yeah, but when I was saying that, I was like, but I can't stop dating my girlfriend that I love. I look like she's beautiful, this girl. Yeah, so I been sure to carry the same picture. Yeah, she was like, this girl. So like, I was like, okay. And she was my girlfriend. I loved her very much, but she wasn't my only girlfriend. Yeah, shocking. I know. I had like three girlfriends, but her, she was the one I loved the most, and she was the one I used to spend money on most. But the rest of them, there were a lot of girls I used to like interact with. They used to like me. Or as you say, I used to flirt with them, and all that. So like after I heard that sermon, I was like, after service, was most of the times when I hear something that is really life changing, I really like keep quiet on it, especially if it involves my life, and like I'm supposed to like think about it very much. So I was like, what am I going to do about this? Should I just like walk into this thing on EVCHA EV? Anyway, I said, okay, let me just stop. Let me start with this. Then I stopped. I said, okay, starting from today onwards, I will never hold a bottle of beer, and I'll never smoke. But I don't think I'll stop dating. That was my biggest challenge. I was like, I don't think I'll stop dating, because everyone around you is dating. And for me, my friends were really inspired with how girls like me, like, boy, you nimpondo you, girl pampula one time. I used to really like that. I used to feel nice when they're giving me respect for just, like the way I used to get girls and all that. It was really amazing for me. I used to like it, but it was very sinful and very wrong. But I used to like it in that moment. So I was like, I'll stop doing all this, but I will still think about the dating part. And you see, after that, I even felt like I really have to come to hear these messages. And then the following Saturday, I came, and I was really looking forward to the word. And Dad, it was still the ministry and concept of sin, and Dad was talking about I think the topic was about pornography and masturbation, and all that. And I was like, this man, I just said I will stop smoking, and I said I'll stop drinking, but now he brings this no. I was like, no, won't stizambilana mushemu. So like, okay, after I heard that, I was like, okay, this is how I've been using my righteousness. Like, this is how I've been like, I am the righteousness of the Lord, and I've been doing all these things, like I've been redefining it the wrong way. So I was like, okay, I got his message, and it really touched me. And immediately after I heard that message, I just told myself, I've stopped. I prayed that day. I really prayed about it, and I remember after I prayed, Kahoni was like, "Hey, but James, today you've prayed today." I'm like, I was like, what's wrong with this girl? What does she mean? I come here and I'm always, I was one of those people who just like, I wasn't really praying. I wasn't really, but that day I really prayed about it because I really didn't want to involve myself in that anymore. So I prayed about it, and Karen was like, wow, today you prayed. Most everyone was like really surprised. And I was like, no, I really felt good after I prayed. I really felt good about it. Like I felt really good about it. Even when I went home. Like if you check out the music I used to listen to, my God, my music was, I never had any gospel music in my phone. The only time I used to listen to gospel was on Saturday. And then if I want to play gospel music, either I just go on YouTube. I never even used to play gospel music. It wasn't important for me. But after that time, Dad told us, like, you may say, no, this person doesn't insult in this song, but it's not only about that, it's the spirit behind it. So I really connected to that, because there are some times whereby I would listen to a song, even if there are no insults, but I would feel something of like, you listen to some song, but okay, chingapange sense, chimoba, cheka nyimbo akawa guyana kafuakaya, just smoking, you're feeling good. That's how I used to, like, that's how I connected with that. I was like, okay, this man, my man of God is very powerful. Yeah, so after that I looked at my playlist. I was like, okay, some songs would be really hard for me to delete, but I'll do it for the sake of change. I put my mentality, say, I can manage to be righteous. I can manage to walk in the path of the Lord. I can manage to be holy, because holiness is possible. So I deleted everything. I deleted all my music and everything. And I started involving myself into godly things. I started posting things for God to my status. And that was like, he inboxed me that day. And that doesn't really inbox, but he's like, my boy, you have been really serious with the mission. What's going on? I was like, no, Dad, I'm really grateful for all the teachings. I've never really had the chance to tell you this, but I explained to him. I didn't really explain to him my testimony, but I told him, and they're like, oh, okay, we love you, and keep up with the work and everything like that. After Dad sent me that, I started shedding tears. I was like, if you only knew what I used to do while he was preaching, the things I used to do, even just in the service. So I just put myself that way, and I was like, okay, for a change, let me start morning prayer. Let me see how this is going to take me. And that's how, you guys, I started morning prayer. I used to attend morning prayer very much. That's how I started attending morning prayer. And I knew, like, the more I attend these prayer things, the more my life was changing, the more I was being filled with the Holy Spirit and being holy. The possibility, I was saying that these are facts, and this is proof. I have to practice. If I want to be righteous, I have to practice it more. If I want to be holy, I have to practice it more. Have the image of Christ. That said, you have to have that God image for if you want these things to be possible. So I was like, okay. And I stopped viewing things to say, because most of the times when I see a girl, I never used to just sit and say, no, I can't just sit and no. I used to follow the girl. I talk to her, or I would just start flexing to just make myself look, yeah. But it was really surprising, whereby a girl would pass and I wouldn't really even pay attention, or I wouldn't really get tempted with anything like that. My friends, before I actually departed from them, my friends would come at my place, kind of, they cook a game video. They would come, after that they would bring and start rolling, and they'd be like, bro, how do you feel? I'm good. And they're like, what? What's up? By then I was still dating, but I wasn't talking to my girlfriend. I started giving, I remember I even blocked her for a week, because I wanted to be serious with this thing. So I stopped talking to her, and then she called me. And she's like, so why is your friend doing this and do that and do that? And then I just told her, I was like, one thing, I've chosen a different path. And she was like, no, baby, I can change for you. I can start reading the Bible. For me or for yourself? You do it for yourself, you do it for God. You want to do it for me. I'm like, no. Like what Dad said about, some people, we become their idols. you find she wants to do it for me. She wanted to do it for me, but not for God. So that's basically like I'm her idol, and she's going to be like worshiping me and all that. So like that's how my friends, all my friends till now, they're just surprised like how my life turned around. My life, yeah, in 2021, I it turned around, but then I failed. Like I dropped because I was like, no, TGC. Nyama one chabi, but like after staying long in it, it has I'm proud to say I'm the son of TGC. I'm the son of Samanji Mumita. I am part of this great and beautiful family because it has really, really, really brought a big impact on me, because by now I don't think I would have even been here giving this testimony. I would have just been lost. I don't know what I would have been doing, guys. So yeah, my friends would really get surprised the way like one day I just tried to like preach the word of God to them. I was like, bro, do you know God loves you? Anyway, God loves all of us. What are you saying? God loves all of us. No. Like in a serious way, do not, God loves you, and you know what you do. Oh my God, zapo bands very much kama foka. Ba James leo mambo zimela hodi. Mwanzimela hodi ni mulika heartbreak shan. I'm like, no. Anyway, I just know my friends, I can't manage because because I used to insult. If there was one person used to insult in my group, it was me. Yeah, but my friends, they would insult me. I would even just laugh about it, and I was very short-tempered. But I knew how to control my temper. Yeah, till now. So like, I told my friends to say, guys, I don't think I'll continue like playing with you if at least you reduce on some certain things. Boy, what's in the to work? Sting up with TK, they thought I was joking. So I just blocked all my friends. I stopped talking to them, and the only friends I had was TGC. Though these guys ignore some messages sometimes, I was just like, no, this is my family. Now. So like that's how I started interacting with everyone from TGC. Like I really felt good because I was like, why have I been suffering with these guys who just smoke and do it, when these guys, look at them, here we are talking about this TUM, we really get these good conversations. And I'm like, you know, like the way I really love dancing. And one thing I was like, okay, but sometimes it was really hard for me. Yeah, it was really hard for me. But now I take control. Like, you start flexing. I was like, no, J. But now it's I'm free. Like I would pass by bar and nothing would happen. I would just pass by, and I told myself, no, you know, this is. I love dancing. Instead of the way I used to dance for the devil, I can do it for the Lord. I can do everything for the Lord. Like nyimbo yali right. Ninga pangika dansa kana kavina mu style ya mulu. So that's how I was like, okay, I will be doing this and I will do it in the name of the Lord. So I really like, that's how I grew. I grew up in this, and I told myself everything I do, I have to do it in God's name. Dancing, I'll dance in God's name. Sing, I'll sing in God's name. Music, it's God's music. So like that's how my lifestyle began to change till today. My lifestyle has changed. I don't know. I don't even know. TGC now we are TGC because those guys have really, they've brought out the real me. All thanks to God. I really thank Jesus for this opportunity. Like, you know, God is a God who is always forgiving. He was like, he doesn't care about my past. He just brought me in just like that. So like I forgot to mention this. There's this one time that really contributed on my changing. I had a dream, and in this dream, okay, I've like really forgotten it, but my dream, I dreamt that there was a congregation. Like Jesus was there, though I wasn't really seeing his face. Jesus was there, and we were all singing. When Jesus was singing, like, you know, people were coming, everyone was there, and we were singing and clapping. And then he told me to come. He also like sing. Okay, I'm just putting it this way, but I don't know if it was preaching. I don't really remember if I was preaching or singing. So like when I just stepped there, I look around. I just started talking. Everyone is gone. I look inside, even Jesus is gone. I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, what's going on? And that's how I woke up. You know, I was like, this life. And then this other dream, it was really, it scared me. This dream was God really got annoyed. I've forgotten how it really started, but God was really annoyed, and he like just started killing people who are doing wrong things. He started killing them, and I was scared. I was like, yeah, me, I'm dying. Like he was huge, like he was big. He was a giant. You could only see his feet. You couldn't see anything, but I could only see his feet. So like he would step on them, he would crush them, and he would kill. And then I was really scared because I felt like I'm going to die, and the guy is dying in a dream. So like I was really scared. I was like, I'm going to die. And then, but for some reason, I came to like realize that I think I'm dreaming, but then I wasn't really sure. And then after that, and then like a light. So I wasn't really sincere, but like God's light, and then he told me you should go and spread this message, tell people that I'm going to come and kill everyone who's going to be doing wrong things. And when I woke up, guys, the first thing I woke up was got my notepad and started writing that words. That's the first thing the teachings that Kelly. I put myself like every day I wake up. When I just wake up, I already put my notepad. I just open my notepad and I start going through that words. And then I'm like, okay, because I want to like build, I want to like grow in the word of the Lord. So that's the dream. I even remember telling Dad about it, and Dad encouraged me and everything like that. I told some of my friends, I told my mom, I told my sister. My sister just laughed about it. My mom, Kylie, she took it personal and she told me, okay, you do this and that and that and that. And that's what happened. So like, guys, what I can just say is that TGC has really changed me. I'm so glad. That same feeling of me not really living is what has made me to be here today. That same feeling which was telling me, no, even David, for the way he forced me, because that day, if I didn't come that day, I think I wouldn't even have known the message like properly. Because David forced me, just come. They even sent me transport money, but then I had the money, I just didn't want to come. Yeah, so I just want to say thank you to everyone in TGC, to just like really thank Dad for being a very good and loving father, for not giving up on me. Everyone, Sister Lau, all the time. I remember Sister Lau gave me an assignment. She told me to read this verse, and I ignored her assignment. I like, no, this is troubling me. Why should she come and do this? So but I just want to thank her for all the commitment that these guys have shown, and like the way I used to feel left out, but in the actual sense, I wasn't really left out, because after I went, they used to call me and everything. The way it is, our family is a very great family. You are not supposed to feel left out. You just join in. That's how everyone is going to notice you. You just join in. Wazika pochabi. That's what Karen Enzo Kamba. Karen. Wazika pochabi mtuwanga. Never leave. So yeah, I think I'm just so grateful for where I am right now. I thank the Lord that I'm here. I thank Dad for my mentor and like for pushing me to this content I am. And that is my testimony.